So frustrating. We are within days of crossing the Sea of Cortez, just doing all the provisioning, and the air conditioner starts acting up, which means we're having a problem with the sea chest again. So we're gonna have to get back in there because the sea chest also runs the anchor and the bow and stern thrusters and other systems. So we need to make sure our sea chest is in good condition before we leave. So that's what we're doing today. Unplanned maintenance in paradise. Hey everyone, and thanks for visiting our little channel. We are Pat, Alexa, and Gilligan, the never helpful fat boat cat. We live aboard our 57-foot Nordhavn Noeta and are currently prepping to leave the Pacific side of Mexico to head into the Sea of Cortez. But one last-minute project became a necessity to do before we cast off the dock lines. The sea chest has been a thorn in our sides and needs to be addressed yet again. Going back to the sea chest.
Yay.
If you haven't watched our sea chest video to see what it is, check it out. I'll put the link here. But we are still having water flow troubles with our sea chest. We only replaced 2 of the 4 hoses, hoping that would be the fix.
But it's probably not.
It may not be. So we have 2 more hoses today that we're gonna cut off the old ones, put in new ones, clean it back out, and see if this fixes our water flow trouble. The big deal is the air conditioner runs through it, and because of that, there's lots of fresh oxygen, lots of fresh growth.
Nutrients,
I found a giant snail that I don't think is from this region last week that I think has had plenty of time to grow. So we're gonna get in there, clear some hoses, and hopefully have some good water flow because our air conditioner was petering out yesterday due to lack of flow.
And yeah, he doesn't help.
That's what he's gonna do all day today. Anyway, wish us luck. Making a lot of noise down here. What are you doing?
We need to cut a hole to have access to the valve here and going into the sea chest, and also to get the hose off. So,
how come you can't just take the floor panel off?
because somebody riveted it down.
What were they thinking?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The whole thing is riveted, and if I take it up, it's gonna do, it'll just destroy it.
So after you have a hole, will you put an access?
One of these, so there'll be a plate over it, but then we can just always have access. So,
all right.
yeah.
All right, so yesterday, Pat cut an access hole. See where that valve is? Obviously, there's no easy way to reach that. So now we have access to that, which is good. But it also means we have a spot where we can cut and access the hose we need to remove. Otherwise, there was no real way to get the tools in there. For those of you that watched, it was not long ago. We did a major clean out of this. I know it's hard to see it. There is so much growth in there already, even though we're cleaning the strainer baskets every week now. So, never-ending issues. Does that do any damage to the barbs when you're cutting there?
I mean, it'll score them a little bit, but that's pretty heavy bronze. So unless it's brittle and it's going to fail anyway, which I guess this is a good indication. No,
All right.
it shouldn't matter.
Opening up the strainer baskets to get some of that water out of there. Okay.
For something over.
That's where the other end of the hose is. That's on the starboard intake. This is the outtake of the basket. Where'd you learn the hose cutting trick?
Jason
at Yacht
Yacht
Tech
Tech.
said work smarter. Instead of just elbow grease, Pat just cut off the hose clamps.
Well, I don't know if it's going to quite work. But
We're not positive, but you have a bucket. While we're at it, we'll clean the baskets again. It was just about 4 days ago that I did it last, but so I'm going into that strainer and I'm just pulling out so much growth. It's
To vacuum.
yeah, we'll need to vacuum this. Oh my god. And I just cleaned it. Like, look at this. And that's got solid muscles and stuff in it. It's going in a bucket. This is gross. Oh my god, there's so much growth. This could be our issue. I mean, it's good we're doing the hoses, but luxurious yacht living right here. Woohoo! What is that, Pat?
This is my big screwdriver.
Okay, well, funny story about this 3-foot screwdriver he's holding right now.
It works.
It does. There's a lot of things on the growth side there, but a while ago, Pat wanted a long screwdriver for this exact purpose and any other purpose. And so he was thinking like a, 18, 20 inch screwdriver, kind of like this one right here, which we own, but he couldn't find it.
I wanted a little longer.
He wanted a little longer. So he ordered one and it showed up while he was gone. And I go, I think you have a 3-foot screwdriver. He goes, no, that's exactly what I wanted. It is actually a little bigger than he intended, but you found a use for it today.
Yeah.
You said you would. It's black water coming in.
And there's muscles there on that side.
So Pat's having to work around that handle. It can't be actuated, probably because it never has been, because no one could ever reach it. So my guess is there's a bunch of growth inside that fitting there. So we have to work around it.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, there's growth.
Lots or little?
I don't know, I can't tell.
Oh,
Yeah, there's some.
would have expected more.
Yeah.
All fresh water in there. So this elbow over here is really suspect. There's no way to access from this side, that elbow, and flow coming out of there was really low. So we're able to get it in there from this side, but not from inside the basket. So we might do some chemical treatment on it. We'll see, kill anything living in there, but you can't. There's a barrier lip right there to keep us from accessing that elbow. Little freshwater fish. All right, measuring hose to cut. Push. Cut that off so you don't scrape yourself.
Close your eyes.
Eyes closed. All right, you have some help. Right in the way. Could you be any more in the way? Now I moved on to the starboard side one. And these were not in here just a while ago. Look at that.
Wonder if that stuff been flushed out.
It could be.
And like the through holes and stuff.
Blood. Get these little razor cuts on your hands as you do this, because they're sharp. Oh my gosh. Nuts.
I bet you we flushed all that out.
Out of the sea chest.
Yeah.
Look
Oyster.
how big that is.
Wow.
And this is along the wall of the basket. There was nothing here when we cleaned this out last time.
With the big screwdriver?
The 3-foot long screwdriver that I said would never come in handy. And he said, yes, it will. Watch me. All right. Pat's coming in with the big tool.
No, just vacuum.
The big tool. These are stuck to the wall, though. Everyone should have a 3-foot screwdriver.
Everyone will now.
Everyone's going to want one. Doing great work there, honey. It's weird. The other one had a lot of mud, but not necessarily these giant oysters. Could have been from we flushed some things out and then they just took hold and grew and got bigger. Because this was clean. But I'm getting blood all over my fingers. I promise I'll wash really well and put Neosporin on it. So this is now called the medium screwdriver, even though it's pretty large. All right, this is nuts. So I just dug into this port side one thinking it wasn't going to be so bad, and I started showing you some of this. But look, I can't even reach the bottom of the basket because it's all, oh my God, look at this. It's all just oysters, I guess. But, oh my God. It wasn't like this last time. Look at this. That's a giant screwdriver. Cut them all loose, I guess. But these were actually just sitting on the bottom. We are going to get a vacuum in here, but this is as much out of curiosity as anything. Oh my God, it just doesn't stop. I missed yoga this morning, but it's okay. This is crazy. So I'm thinking maybe the hose didn't look that bad, but I guess when we clean the baskets each time, we also got to get down in here and do this once a week. Awesome. Air conditioning season is almost over, thank goodness. And we're also going to cross to the Sea of Cortez where the water is a lot colder. Here all summer, it's been like 90 degrees and lots of things growing in it. It's just in the sun. So get colder water, cooler climate, and then this will not be an issue during the winter. So, I mean, this is no joke. That was in, and there's more, but that is in the bottom of this port side. Starboard didn't have it. Perplexing. But wait, there's more. It's like a gift that never ends. We're going to bring the vacuum in and get all the muddy water out. Clean the elbows. The elbows on this one don't feel quite as bad as the elbows on the other. It's a mystery. Anybody want oysters for lunch? Crazy. I didn't even know there was room for this much down here. This one doesn't have as much mud as the other one did. Just oysters. Oh, boats. Live on a boat. They said it's luxurious. It'll be fun. If you didn't see it in another episode, I mentioned a comment that we had, because we get comments. Most of you guys are so sweet in the comments. Every once in a while we get a troll who said, I'm married into this life for the money as a gold digger and in the life of luxury. So now it's our little joke. We have been married 27 years, by the way. And I usually try to carry my end of the deal here, but oh, big ones. Anyway, life of luxury. All right, thing of oysters. So last time we cleaned this out, a lot of you guys commented that we should put in bromine. Oh, I just put mud on my face. All better. Sort of. That we should put bromine or chlorine tablets inside these baskets, and because it'll kill stuff. Yes. However, our water maker also draws out of this sea chest here, and the bromine and chlorine just isn't good for the water maker membranes. However, I think what we're going to do now is not run the water maker for a bit and just do freshwater flush on it. And we're going to put in some bromine and chlorine. So we're headed off to a pool store at some point. See if we can kill everything in there, because this is just too much maintenance for one system on a boat. Again, if you watch our old sea strainer video, the pros and cons of it, concept is great. When you're in warm waters though, and you're using your air conditioner a lot, it's best if your air conditioner does not go through that. So we will adjust that, but we're not hauling out probably until next May or June. And it needs to be a new through hole in the boat, which nobody wants. That's the positive of having one of these things, is you have fewer through holes. But we're gonna add one because it's become a negative. So once we add one, we don't anticipate this kind of issue for cleaning and stuff. Pat's out emptying the shop vac because it's full of stuff. Gross. So in these hoses that we just took off, there's growth. I've expected maybe a little more based on the lack of flow, but now I'm thinking maybe it was the baskets. But these again are the hoses that go from the baskets to the sea strainer. Definitely good thing we're replacing them, I guess. Okay, we're midway through the project, took a short little break, got both the hoses off, cleaned out the strainer baskets. We've cleaned out the housing for it.
There was a lot of shit in there.
They saw that, yeah. And now we're gonna put on the new hoses, make sure it's all seated properly.
This
and
is
then,
not a wound. This is a tattoo.
You got a tattoo. Here, I'll put that video clip here. All right, tattoo. But I do want to point out, this is not clean work. Between Pat's face and, I don't know if you can see that, my legs are all a mess. We're gonna need serious showers and maybe a little pool time. But halfway through, let's go put on some hoses.
Let's go.
This. It'll be fun. This is the last hose clamp, right? All right, we've just opened both through holes and everything's put back together. Real test will be turning on the air conditioner and checking the outflow of water. It's venting it right now to help the water get to a nice high level. Everything is assembled, so I'm gonna go turn on the air conditioning and check the outflow. It's been looking like champagne bubbles, so hopefully it doesn't any longer. All right, here we go. Some of them are still better than others, but I'm hoping that it fixes our issue. It's still not great flow out of the middle ones. That's not good. Alright. Well, after all of today's project, the AC is running right now, so it should be drawing water into here. And this is the starboard side.
Got hardly any flow. You can see that.
And all the hoses are new. This is the starboard through hole. Potentially down in this elbow part. In the clamshell, something got in there perhaps.
You gotta turn it off.
I'm gonna go turn it off. All right, so I went to the hardware store, and on the counter, they were just selling these. Cost like a nickel each, and they're chlorine tablets. And like I had said earlier, generally we wouldn't want to do it if our water maker is...
Let's see what happens.
Okay, we're gonna open it through hole. Sorry, I thought I was talking.
Let's just see.
Through holes open.
Hardly any flow.
Still no flow.
Not enough.
Anyway, like I was saying, we're going to try chlorine to see if it'll kill anything, but we are pretty sure our lack of water flow, now that we've replaced all the hoses and cleaned everything.
Well, chlorine's only going to be downrange from here.
But we think the issue's in here. So we're going to have a diver tomorrow go get up in there as far as he can, even though there's a grate over it. We bought a skinny little tool for him to scrape up there. And, but yeah, water flow is still not ideal. Okay, so that's where we're going to leave you with the sea chest saga for now. I can guarantee it's ongoing. Hopefully, maybe once we get to a turquoise anchorage on the other side of Sea of Cortez, Pat and I can dive down, maybe unscrew the clamshell, actuate the through hole, see if it's actually actuating. Maybe that's a problem. But we're reducing the variables and we're narrowing it down. Don't forget, guys, it helps us out a lot. If you like and subscribe, it helps YouTube and their algorithms send us out to other people. And also, if it's the first 7 days of this video, there's a hype button, and we'd love to have some of your hype points. You can give us 3 hypes each time if you want, each week. We are getting ready to leave. Tomorrow's the first leg. It's just a short jump tomorrow, and then we're waiting for our weather window, which will be maybe 2 or 3 days later. But in this video in the description, I'm going to put our tracker. So if you guys want to track where we're going and where we are, feel free to follow us on our Predict Wind tracker. And for those of you new, we are also on Facebook, MV Noeta, and TikTok, Nordhavn.mv Noeta. The cat just bit me. Apparently I disrupted his nap. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with Pat's little tattoo video here at the end. Hope you guys have an excellent day. And next time you talk to us, we'll be fueling up to get out of here. Have a great day.